If aliens and humans exist right at this moment, but are 500 million light-years apart, do they exist at the same time? Yes, it's true that these distant aliens and humans would never be able to interact. But consider that a future observer located exactly halfway between the humans and aliens would be able to observe the history of both species at the same time. It would take 250 million years for the light from the humans and aliens to reach this future observer. But that observer will be able to witness both the aliens and humans existing simultaneously once the light arrives. Only if there's no relative velocity between them. If we are moving towards them, we live in their future. If we are moving away from them, we are living in their past. This is all due to relativity of simultaneity. The Lorentz transformation equations will actually give you the exact number of years ahead or behind given relative speed and distance. Yes, they exist at the same time, but unless we invent FTL travel observation, the same time is irrelevant for this question. Yes, light years are a measure of distance, not time. Think of it like when a phone call has a little lag. Your friend is asking how are you, there's a pause, and then you hear them talk. They already finished their sentence by the time you hear them, so your perception is that of their past, but currently they are on to the next sentence. What's going on? Yes, because right at this moment is a synonym for at the same time. Exist at the same time, yes, but it is unlikely either will ever know about the other. Currently, even a simple message between the two will take 500 mil years. Light years are a distance measurement. So, in much the same way as I could be 5 miles from you and exist, an alien could be 500 million light-years away and exist at the same time. What could never happen is either of you being aware of the other, because it would take 500 million years for any communication attempt either of you might make to prove your existence to one another to arrive at its destination. I would say no, because it will take 500 million years for the same time to get from one place to the other. The speed of light is the speed of time causality, so I find it most useful to think of now as propagating outward from each point. Light is so disappointingly slow, it plods across the universe as though by covered wagon. They can exist at the same time, but unless one of them survives for 500 million years, there is no way that they know about each other. That is the minimum time for information to cross that distance at the speed of light. Sort of. If things are very far apart, the idea of at the same time doesn't make much sense. Simultaneity is a concept that really only applies when things are closer together. The further apart they are, the more relativity matters. In your example of two civilizations existing 500 million light-years apart, the answer to whether they exist at the same time is mostly no. But in some frames of reference, possibly yes. Sorry, that's about as solid a correct answer you're going to get. Relatively speaking, yes. Yes. The answer is in your own question. If aliens and humans exist right at this moment, but are 500 million light-years apart, they both exist at the same time, they are just a vast distance apart. In the sense that if one were situated at the midpoint between the two galaxies and traveling at a velocity such that they remain equidistant, then yes, the observer would perceive events in the two locations as occurring simultaneously 250 years ago. This is close to the if a tree falls conundrum, as in if events occur simultaneously in two locations, but no one observes them, were they really simultaneous? Yes, but you would have no way to prove it. What if we're actually the aliens and humans aren't real? And this is all in preparation for our 500 million light-year journey to populate this Earth, to create the human race to be controlled through brainwashing and indoctrination to social media that we haven't invented yet. But we will when we get here. That's some fucked up shit to think about. We're our own great-great-great-grandparents. Well, yes, but we'd see the light from that galaxy in 500 million years. A light year is the distance that light travels in a vacuum in a year. 6 trillion miles, 10 trillion kilometers. Yes. Yes, but they may not exist anymore if you try to fly there.